Hello everyone, I'm Mahid and today I'm doing a Formula 4 race at Road America and qualified first, and we're gonna see how we did today. I'm gonna basically walk you guys through how my race went, what I was thinking, what I was trying to do. At the beginning, I am taking it quite slow. I'm not putting too much pressure right away. I mean, it's first lap, and I know people can get quite crazy. I mean, my lobbies this week have been absolutely horrendous. I mean, I'm giving people so much room, I'm slowing down, and people still manage to hit me. I mean, like, not even manage, they deliberately push me off. It's crazy, bro. And yeah, so I'm just really just chilling. I mean, I basically told these guys, hey, I'm gonna give you guys room, don't force any crazy moves that just push us off and ruin the race for both of us, you know. So that's why I'm just chilling right now. I'm just focusing on my own race, trying to give these guys their own room to fight. I'm not gonna fall off completely, but I am going to stay there. So take the outside there, that guy slowed down, I'm ahead. As you can see, the guy in P1 really has a lot of distance over me right now. And there's two red cars behind me. It feels like two Ferraris are just chasing me down. And, you know, first lap of the race right away. I mean, this race has been fun. I mean, Formula cars in general at Road America is, I really enjoy racing here. I mean, this is my first time actually racing this track. I practice in it for sure, but I've had some races and Super Formula. It was really nice. I actually really enjoy Super Formula Light as well. I mean, the long straights, you can get a lot of slipstream in that, so it's pretty nice. You know, the Formula Light cars are amazing. I really enjoy it. But yeah, no, this week has been quite horrendous. I mean, I am really low on the safety rating now. I mean, I'm giving these guys all the room. I'm starting from the pits. I'm starting in the back completely, and it's just horrendous, man. Like, I'll go into lap 3 or 4, someone messes up, they'll rejoin the track and just slam me. I mean, I guess this will happen. I'm not too butthurt on it, but it's like, oh man, I just want to get a good race in. I think like 9 races in a row, I was just dealing with horrendous races. So it is what it is. I just want to give these guys space to fight on their own. But I'm still P2. I'm just focusing on my own line, trying to catch up to P1. The only issue is that for some reason the gap doesn't show on the top left. Race labs, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong with it, but the gap doesn't show. But I think when I was playing it back, I was 3 seconds behind to P1. But I'm just gonna focus on my own line, try to catch up as much as I can. And there is some really good racing between P1 and I. It's pretty fun at some point, but it's definitely the battle for P1 and Formula 4. I really enjoy this car. Only reason is because you can do some cool stuff with it. I mean, I thought generally because I'm new to iRacing, I thought these cars are generally like understeery, right? Then I realized if you can use the car the correct way, you can get a lot of neutral steering in these cars, and it's really nice. And I was never a guy that does any sort of karting, but I've seen karting videos, and people can do a lot of like neutral steering, and that's just amazing, right? So these cars can be the same way. You can get a lot of neutral steering in these cars. I think what track was it? Summit's Point. I think that's the track that you can get a lot of neutral steering if you do it right. But I do want to recommend watching Swellio's videos. He's a really good coach. I mean, I've been taking his courses since I started iRacing, and I was able to learn a lot. I mean, to any of you that want to learn more about racing in general, if you're new, I mean, even if you're a pro, I mean, it helps a lot. It's just a really good way to just handle all the basics down and try to get them built into your system and try to recognize it every time you do it. Create repetitions. I'm not gonna say what exactly is in the course, but I've really improved a lot on my consistency. A lot on my consistency. And the only reason that is because everything that I'm learning from these coaching videos, it's showing me every single input that I'm doing and how I want to do it, the decisions I want to make with it. And it shows me these situations that I can apply these to, and when I try it for myself, that's when I'm actually actively thinking and actively demonstrating my skills and practicing it, basically. And I really think that Swellio has truly improved my racing by tenfolds, honestly. And not because, you know, I already knew some of these things that were being taught, but I was able to learn a lot more. And the things that I've already learned, I wasn't actively thinking about it. I mean, for example, let's say, for example, braking points, right? There are some places where you won't see the markers, but you can use references, right? But instead of using references, I just use my, I don't know, I just eyeballed certain places and I just went by that every time instead of actually using a reference to, you know, brake by. And so that's why I was inconsistent for a lot of different things, for steering, for braking, for a lot of different things. And now I'm actually taking his racecraft checklist course, and it's actually giving me a lot of insight. Honestly, I think it's amazing what Swellio is doing for the racing community. I mean, you know, he works hard. He's actually trying to race it in real life, and I truly respect it. Truly respect it. I appreciate all his help. And yeah, I mean, as you guys can see, I won't be making that much mistakes. I don't think I made a single mistake in this race, actually. Did I go off track? I don't remember. I don't think I did. But that's only because, you know, if you guys have seen my old videos, I make a lot of, like, random mistakes. And it's like, dude, I need to pay attention. I need to focus. Forget focusing. I can focus, right? But that's just me not applying my knowledge and my skills to everything that I'm doing instead of just eyeballing everything that I do. If I'm just, like, randomly braking and turning around the corner without applying the throttle at the right points, you know, it's like you have to know every single thing that you're doing in racing and when driving these cars, and that's what makes a difference. And that's what, if you can apply these skills and be consistent with it, that's when you can start building those skills, get better, and you can truly make a difference out of it. And so I might not be the best at learning, but, you know, I'm putting in the effort and trying my best to make every step count. And that's, you know, that's basically what I'm doing. And I'm trying to be consistent with my lap times, applying the repetitions every single race that I do, applying all of the things that I've learned, and try to be active as I possibly can, because you can't get something down right away. I mean, you watch a video, you have to apply those techniques that you've learned into these races. And so yeah, it truly has made a difference. You know what I feel like I should have done? I feel like I should have documented my before and afters, right? Like, let's say I created that one video of these guys that, you know, take courses and try to show, like, how much they've progressed so far. And so I could have done this thing where I took Swellio's auto racing checklist, so you don't have to, and then basically show how much I've progressed as a person that doesn't know much about sim racing at all, just started, and showing how much I've improved, you know, how far I've come after taking this course and applying all the techniques and practicing over and over. But in a way, I kind of am showing this right now, where I showed in my previous videos that I'm pretty much very inconsistent, and I don't have much of the racing knowledge at all, right? And now that I'm starting to practice and put these skills into my muscle memory, you guys can possibly see my growth throughout, these videos. And even in the future, I'm going to practice my racing the most part. From now on, I'm going to try my best to apply different techniques, showcase what I've learned from the racing checklist, and just try to improve as much as I can. I mean, I can't show it enough, but I'm kind of smiling right now and just like really happy with how much I've learned and how much more there is to learn. It's truly a different world that I'm stepping into, coming from a first-person shooter background and competitive player on that standpoint, right? So it's very fun. It's actually very, very entertaining. I mean, racing is one of those satisfying things. If you've seen Ford versus Ferrari movie, I mean, it's just like you get to see how much there is to racing and how inspirational it can be, how satisfying it is, how important it is. And so that's why I'm just like so much of an enthusiast now for racing, and why I love it so much, right? And I'm applying a lot of these skills to my open wheel cars, right? I've been trying out Super Formula ever since I upgraded to license class B. I'll do a race and I'll upload that into a video. But I will also do is that I'm going to showcase like a video camera, like a webcam version of me racing. And because I am racing in VR, I'll see how that works. I don't know if people will like that, seeing the VR cam, but I can always just re-record it in the replay and show it to you guys, the monitor version, right? So I want to showcase my live gameplay. That way you guys can see like the process of me, what I do throughout the race. Now I am quiet for the majority of my race, but I want to see if I can start talking and explaining what I want to do, or like just having live commentary. That would be nice. But I'm actually getting quite close to P1 right now. I'm not going to overtake him. I'm just going to show him that I'm there, I'm just staying in his draft. I don't want to make any risky plays just yet because of my races, how horrible it has been. I don't want to do a dive bomb or anything like that. I'm just trying to play it safe. Focusing on my line, trying to be consistent. If I can be consistent while I'm very close, and that's another thing that I need to work on, trying to follow the racer in front of me. Another thing that I've learned in the racecraft checklist is how to drive alongside another player, right? There's certain things that I do wrong a lot, and I need to fix that. And I feel like following another racer is one of those things that I definitely need to work on, because I've seen that I have some bad habits that I develop just, trying to drive on my own rather than having some feedback on it. And now that I understand certain things, I can focus on my line instead of just constantly being worried about focusing on the driver in front of me. Let me just be more calm and try to do my best in these scenarios and try to focus on my own line, trying to drive close. I mean, this right here, I'm not even driving close. I mean, I would say, like, there are drivers that can drive bumper to bumper, and they're just able to be very clean, and I want to be able to do that. And at certain points, I will show you guys that I've started practicing some techniques, and I'll show that in this race. And I just want to show that I can start following another driver and just be clean and consistent with my lines. And that's one of the things that I'm trying to develop right now, and I'll explain it to you guys. So I'm still in this guy's draft, and I'm following closely. I think this is a 20-minute race, so not much time left. Still in his draft, and I'm just gonna keep following him. Keep following close. No dive bombs, no nothing like that. No hard racing just yet, but This is quite fun, I will say. I'm very calm in this very moment that I'm just following this racer in front of me. I have this tendency to like be kind of anxious, be like very careful, very scared, because I don't know what's gonna happen, and that's one of those things that causes a lot of fear. You don't know what's gonna happen based on another driver or like you yourself. Like, how am I gonna deal with it? I'm side to side right now with P1, braking in the inside, kind of backs off, but there's a guy that's back marker right in front of me, and so I kind of get confused, like, well, which way are we going? But yeah, it is weird. I mean, as you can see, P1 is right behind me, and I'm trying to get the draft of the back marker right now, and now we're side to side, and this is kind of awkward. He moves to the right, I go in the inside, I brake. I mean, P2 is behind me, and the guy goes off track just so he can let P2 pass, which is nice, I know. And then another back marker right here just spins out off track, and so I was just thinking in my head, oh my god, this is scary. This is actually scary. Like, whoa, what's gonna go wrong here? I don't want to mess up. And another thing that another thing that I'm gonna admit is that whenever there's a driver that's close behind me, I am anxious and scared. But during this race, I'm actually not anxious or scared. And I'll be honest, Suelio has shown me so much through his course that I'm able to identify certain things and stay calm now. And like, that's one of those things, people are scared of the unknown, right? If you don't know what's gonna happen when you're very close to another driver going fast, based on your input or the other driver's input, you're not gonna know what could go wrong, and that's what you're scared of, and that's why I'll be super tense. But because I understand, like, I'm P1, and every single input that I do, braking, throttle, steering, and the certain line I want to take, it makes a lot of sense at what I want to do and be more confident to do that, right? So that's why I'm not scared of making certain decisions now, and it has truly helped me a lot. So right now I'm still P1, but P2 and I will have a battle, and I think the battle comes up to the last lap of the race, so it'll be fun. It'll be nice. It's not a big battle that I had, but it's more of the fact that I just wanted to show you guys this race of my level of consistency that I want to develop. And this is Formula 4. I want to try out Super Formula. I mean, a lot more power in the car, and you know, there's what is it called, the overtake button? Yeah, so you have to use that effectively. A lot more strategy, definitely. And I'm still 1.7k iRating. At the moment this video is published, I am 1.8k, and I'm kind of rising the iRating fast now. I'm not sure what it is, but I went from 1.5k to 1.7k pretty quick, now 1.8k in another day, and it's been quite fun. I've been trying out Formula 4, Formula 3, Super Formula Lights, and then Super Formula Heavies. It's been quite fun, and there's a lot more variety of cars to choose from. And once I get to start mastering a lot of these cars and understanding these cars and the racecraft with these cars, I want to be able to slowly transition into GT cars. And if I can understand these type of cars, then I'll be like satisfied, honestly. But that, I mean, sim racing is one of those things where there's a very high skill ceiling, right? You can be very, very good, and I am nowhere near very good. And I'm side by side with P2 at the moment. He has the inside, I have the outside. What I'm gonna do here is not brake between the first and the second cone, but I'm gonna brake right at the second cone, only because I can brake earlier, and instead of going side by side around the corner, I'll let him go ahead and just carry more speed out of the like exit in the corner. And so now I'm in the draft of P2 right now. I'm not sure if that was the correct decision to make, let me know, but I didn't want to brake at the usual spot that I usually brake at, just so I can be a little bit more safe. And I'm side by side once again, taking the inside, and I go take the inside, and P2 is right behind me. And I felt confident doing this, by the way. I felt really confident. And I've also seen that P2 is trying to play safe as well. Right? We're not taking heavy dive bombs to every single corner that we want to take, but we're driving very close, and we're trying our best to keep the line up, you know, stay on top of each other. And I really enjoyed this race. Definitely talked to Anselm after, and they said, hey man, good race, very enjoyable, it was very fun, good racing with you. And I mean, he definitely enjoyed it as well. I mean, he said, hey man, good race Mahid. And yeah, I really like that. I mean, the races I have this week, I'll tell you guys, it has been horrible. I mean, people will see that I gave them room and I'm slowing down on the far like left side of the track or the far right side of the track, and I'll say, hey, you can pass me, I'm not really trying to battle you. I mean, I've seen their hectic decisions, that's why I give them the space. And what do? They go completely side by side and push me off the track. Or, you know, people that will just, you know, fall off the track, they'll just rejoin and ram me. It's just horrible. But the race is over. I'm P1. It was very, very nice. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys have seen that I've improved a little bit more. And I'll get you guys in the next video. See you guys.